Test. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Brad's Wild Wednesday stream. You got Patty Mac here. Sorry about the late start. Started an hour late tonight. Our host there, Brad, was running a little bit behind, so you're going to have us from 8:15 to 11:15 tonight. Starting off in seat 1, we've got John J. No one in seat 2. If you want to come out and play, come out and get in seat 2. Odell in seat 3, the OG in seat 4, Brad in seat 5, Caleb in seat 6, Chrissy in seat 7, Lane in seat 8, and D-Mac in seat 9 tonight. Should be a night of action for everyone. Odell picks up King Jack. Nice starting hand. Ace 2 all the way around to 9-7. John J picks up ace 10. So we've got 6 going to the flop.
I want you to call. It's like you put an invitation to your door. Come on in. Water's fine. 30. $30. There we go with the snap call again.
9-2 Jack. Brad. Odell's got the lead with the Jack. 2 spades actually take the lead at this point. Caleb with 4-3. Well, you see all the players getting a plate from Chick-fil-A Burleson. We want to thank them for always helping us out here at Poker House Fort Worth. Thank you to Greg and the gang over at Chick-fil-A Burleson. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And 5's not going to help anyone, so Caleb's going to win this pot if somebody doesn't bet him off of it. Shows a small flush for the victory.
Somebody had it. He might just have a good read on it. I doubt it though.
Well, I want to thank those who are listening on Facebook and Twitch tonight. Looks like Lane may have already gotten felted early in the game, and maybe Brad has won a few pots. Hey, Kevin, thanks for tuning in, buddy. Pocket queens for the OG. Raised it up to 20. Well, he got several callers. 1. Queen 6 from Lane. OG keeps the lead. He's going to fire a small bet. 15. Lane calls with nothing. Ten. Queens are going to hold up. OG pulls that pot down with his queens.
Small boy.
Ooh, that food was good from Chick-fil-A Burleson tonight. Head on over there. Tell Greg, Ryan, and the entire gang that we appreciate them. Tell them Patty Mac sent you. Pocket 8s for Lane this time. Jack 9 of clubs, pretty good hands. Jack 10. Ace King for Brad. He's going to raise it up a little more than 10. Trying to figure out how much he can raise. Maybe get a caller, maybe not. Looked like about 75, but I'm not 100% 100. Okay. Caleb's got ace 10. He may call here. Lane's definitely going to call with his pocket 8s, if not raise. Going to go down to 8s versus ace king for the flop. Ace King 8. Wow. Full house for Lane takes the first one. No, take that back. Ace King takes the. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's going to be a chop. Yeah, chop, chop. If that's for me, Miss Sally, I'm doing good. Thank you. How are you? Doing a lot better now that I got that food from Chick-fil-A tonight in my system. Well, again, we want to thank everybody for watching on Facebook and Twitch tonight. You got Brad's Wild Wednesday stream coming to you from Poker House Fort Worth in Burleson, Texas. Patty Mac back here with you. Lorenzo helping out with the stream, and Paulie dealing tonight. And he's got another pocket pair. OG is king, queen. He's going to raise her up. Or he's going to call. Lane's all in. I'm sorry. Things are crazy back here tonight, so bear with us. And I'm fighting off allergies. I don't know if anybody else out there has allergies, but man, it's that time of the year. Well, king, queen is going to take this one down with 2 pair. That means Lane's going to be felted again. See if I still have my, yeah. All right, just trying to make sure I still have my play toys. My man Lorenzo worked hard this week getting up some soundproof panels, so hopefully y'all don't hear less of the noise out there and more of us back here. Please let us know how we're coming through. Going solo again tonight because my partner Rhino, wife has the flu, so he's being a good hubby and staying home and making sure she's taken care of. Or knowing him, he's probably kicked back on a recliner watching the Ranger game. Well, we're on to hand 6 tonight. Thank you for taking time on your Wednesday night and joining us for Brad's live stream. OG has ace queen. He's been picking up some pretty good solid hands tonight. He raised a 15. Brad came along with ace 4. Caleb came along with king 8 of clubs. And Chrissy with her ace 3. So there's not many aces left. King Jack hits Caleb. He's so busy enjoying that food that he'll just check and let somebody else bet for him. OG obliges him. Five. Caleb's going to check again. Another 5. Caleb's going to take it down unless he gets bet off of it. Nope, he's going to bet 50. OG should go away with that. He does. Nice little $180 hand for Caleb. How are we coming in tonight? Loud and clear? Everybody hear us okay? Can you hear the players tonight? Still trying to mess with those mics out there to help get them a little better. You do see in the right-hand corner up there the Fortune Jackpot. Today's value is $5,000. You see anyone that hits Broadway, ace high flush, flops a set, or a full house bigger than 7s within that 4-hour period. We're going to midnight tonight. They will win $5,000. Okay, thank you, Kevin. They are playing a DC button tonight, so you're going to see a few different games. And I don't know what they are, so probably going to let those hands just play out themselves. Thanks, James. A lot of big looking hands, but again, I don't know what they're playing, so my guess would be bomb pot. I think Congress should get 5 cards, so I don't think they're playing that. And looks like we've got somebody that's sat down in the vacant seat. Hogan's going to join us here shortly. Oh, this is PLO. Okay, thanks, Flowers. Looks like D-Mac's going to take it down.
Take me off here.
0-2, man. 0-2. I know where I'm at. At least take away the hearts, you know? That's it.
D-Mac does drag down a nice $305 pot.
My nemesis tonight, man. Can't beat you. And that's the hearts out there. That's why I raised it. I didn't want the hearts to. Yeah, at least I want to know.
Back to regular hold'em, I believe.
And you're right. It wasn't push me off the hand with the 2 hearts out.
I have no idea. I don't know what they were playing, buddy. Flowers said PLO. Did you use my money to the victory, Nate? All right, Flower says high only game. I do think I heard something about high-low on a hand coming up, so we'll see. All right, as long as you used them. Who got first? Oh, let's see here. Looks like D-Mac's going to take down another one with his 10 on the river. What's up, Bone? How's the chess game going? Oh, goodness, really? Well, good for him. He got lucky several times there towards the end. He was down to like 35,000 in chips. What are you wrapping up? Presents? Nice. Bring some gifts up here. I invited Cactus Jack to come back and commentate tonight. He said maybe if he gets knocked out of the tournament, he'll make his debut. We'll see. Oh. Big Polo chiming in. What's up, Big Polo? Where you at tonight, man?
She hadn't played a hand all damn night. She hadn't put any money voluntarily in the pot.
Well, Chrissy 3-bet this thing to 65 with King, Queen, and Brad called with 9-7. First to bet usually wins this. Seven on the river is going to pull this thing down. Chrissy, let him get there. All right, cool, buddy. I'm doing pretty good, man. Other than finishing 6th in the tournament today. The absolute worst position right now. And Brad did pull down that pot. He is our leader tonight, up 440, followed right behind Caleb, and then D-Mac. Everybody else is in the red so far. a little while ago.
All right, come on. Come on down there. Slippery slope. They're waiting down here at the bottom.
I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, if you decide you want to
Let's see. Quite a few players going to the flop for $10 here.
I'm blind.
Ace 6, 2 of them are going to take the lead. Chrissy and Brad. No heart draws either, unless it's runner. Who went all in? Caleb or Chrissy?
So I gotta look, Johnny. Let's look together.
Caleb, I believe. Chrissy called. No, Chrissy went all in, sorry. Looks like Brad's going to call with the same hand. And they will flip the cards over, have a little chuckle, and chop the pot.
I'll put a jack out there. You do it.
Chop it up. No YouTube tonight. There's some issues going on there. So we're coming live to you on Facebook and Twitch tonight, Bone. Good thing you were able to find us.
Hey, you know what? Chris thought she was ahead of me, too. When I called, she was like, oh, I'm ahead.
Didn't get started till about 8 o'clock tonight, too, so we're going to run late. And I've got early morning meetings. So maybe I just stay up all night. Well, we're on hand 11. It's been some pretty nice hands tonight. OG's had several of them. Picks up King, Queen of Diamonds here, and Caleb's going to 3-bet it to $50 with Ace 8. OG's going to call, so it's going to be those two going to the flop.
That's why this is like my 27th favorite poker room.
27.
First one to bet wins.
I get a call for whatever you get a chance.
Ooh, Caleb calls with an ace high. He did have the 8 spade draw, and he's going to win it. A little $30 bet.
Put some sugar in it if you.
And I don't think he's going to get a call from
Bags of sugar.
OG with all the spades, or can't beat anything. Folds.
What's the other one? Right.
Caleb takes down the pot.
Grab those little things you call nuts. I'll reach down, grab mine, and there's 20 out there.
On to hand 12.
Yeah, girl.
There's the country. What? She wasn't born with them, but what?
Said, but they're pretty damn big.
What's that? What's she talking about?
I said, reach down, grab those things you call balls, and just stand, and Christy flung 20 out there. Said, I wasn't born with them, but they're pretty damn big.
All right.
And nobody wants to play so far. Well, Brad will probably play. No, he folds. Oh, because we have straddle and re-straddle. So Caleb's going to call for the 40. Christy's going to call. And Lane is in the hand with his re-straddle. Oh, I believe Christy, is she going all in? She does with 10-8. Caleb's going to call with 10-9. And show her she's dominated. Oh, not anymore. There's an 8 right there in the window. Chrissy takes the lead with her 10-8. Caleb has to hit a 9 on the river. Or a 7. Oh, my. Straight for Caleb. Takes down the pot. 370. And that fell to Chrissy. Have no fear, she's got plenty of chips back there. Yeah, that's poker, bud. You've seen it happen. Happened to me tonight. Today, I mean. Had the lead all the way to the river, and Nate spiked an ace on the river. What can you do? Well, we are on to hand 13 tonight. Already had a few felts. Wondering why we're only on hand 13, so we started an hour later tonight. If you were looking for us earlier. We'll be going an hour late tonight, or at least the stream will be. I don't know if I will be. Good night, Polly. Drive safe, buddy. Well, we've got a couple of pocket pairs to do an ace-jack, so 3 good starting hands. Ducks, snowmen, and ace-jack. 8s keep the lead. Flop like that. I was going to say OG might fire something, but he doesn't. Brad will. Brad bets 125. And I don't think anyone's going to call. D-Mac folds. Well, OG's a gambler. He's going to call. Might think that Brad's just got an ace something. 9. Probably not going to scare either one of the guys. Oh, check, check. Okay. And a 3. Brad's going to show the 8s and take the pot down. Nice $480 pot for Brad. Extends his lead tonight. Anybody out there knows the Ranger score, let me know. I think they're playing tonight.
The girl that was here last Wednesday, she was horrible. You want in or I mean, horrible, yeah. It's gonna be
Yeah, ready?
Not this girl. Oh no, I ain't got a size for it.
We can't do high low, huh? Any contrast? We can't.
Yeah, Congress is high low.
This is another maybe high-low game. tell if I might have given out 5 cards, so it might be Congress.
I haven't even looked yet.
It does look like 5 cards. And Hogan is taking seat 2.
You want to scan again?
All right, awesome, thanks. All right, Flowers, you need to come in and come back here, man. Call these hands. I don't know anything about them. No YouTube again tonight. No YouTube. But might be back on YouTube next week. Not sure yet. Thanks for finding us on Facebook or Twitch tonight. Well, this is what all the players are playing for right now. The road to Vegas. Going to give away 2 seats, 1 to the cash players. All you got to do is come out and play cash, earn chips for your hours. Come out and play in the free rolls, place in the tournaments, and you'll get points for that. They're going to play them off on June 7th. All the cash players are going to show up and play in a tournament. Winner of that wins a $10,000 seat to the main event plus a $1,000 travel money. And on June 14th, we're going to do it again with the tournament players. So you could possibly win 2 seats to the World Series of Poker. Be very rare, but it might happen. Come on out. Get in. Could be you. All right. This is our $500 everyday guaranteed lunchtime free roll. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys. And then at the break, you can add on for 25 or 50. 6th place in that today, just out of the points. Good entry-level tournament. If you want to come out and learn how to play poker, that's a good one for you. Right here, every day at Poker House Fort Worth. Well, all that's stuck on there. There we go. And we'll run. Well, it's going back through there. Again, road to Vegas. Going on through June 1st. Well, we're back to the action. I don't know what happened there, but we're back.
Only 6 months. 6 months. Ah, Lord of mercy.
Yeah, Wednesdays are bad for me, Flowers, but I'm here. Mondays are usually bad for me too when I'm on the live stream. We've got Odell with 6-2. We haven't called Odell's name much tonight yet. Caleb has king, queen of hearts. Lane's got ace deuce. Brad's like, oh, okay, I'll come along with my 7-5. Why not? King right there on the flop. Caleb slow plays it. Another king. They're probably going to go away here. Caleb pulls down a $147 pot with his Trip Kings.
I don't do that anymore. I just call when the work stuff. I call when the work stuff and do that.
I fold to bets. I fold to aggression.
Caleb takes over the chip lead for tonight. As far as winnings go, Brad has the biggest chip stack.
I don't know what's going on. Make it make sense to me. Yeah, I know, but there's.
We're supposed to do bomb pot that time?
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to bomb pot.
If you've never been out to Poker House Fort Worth, we'd love to invite you out. Just tell them Patty Mac sent you. You get in free your first time. If you are a veteran or a first responder, you get in free all the time. Got a bomb pot now. $10 for a daily membership, $30 for the month. Can't beat it.
I continue to play as trash, hoping I win it once, and I like never.
And top board ace queen 6, bottom board 9 king jack. There's too many possibilities out there right now. Caleb does have trip jacks. And he's gonna bet it. Couple of queens on top. Hogan has a queen. I think he folded though. No, he called. Gotta wait for it to recycle back around to him.
Put that one card down the bottom and you push it up to the top. Bro. I hate it.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, you put it in. That's how it is right there.
Club comes up top.
I'm like,
Caleb has a possibility of
emotions, man.
taking both pots. No, queen is going to give Hogan quads, and a jack on the bottom is going to give Caleb quads. So quads and quads, that leaves Lane in no man's land. Well, you're going to see one all in, then another all in, and they're going to chop the pot up.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Not as much action as I thought there. Or maybe the pot was maxed out. Whatever, they're going to chop up in 495 between Hogan and Caleb. And we're going to go on to the next hand. See Brad wearing his Railroaders attire there. I think the Cleburne Railroaders going to get it going next month in May. We're going to have 6 players go. Hogan's got pocket queens. King comes right on the flop. Brad has to point out 6-4 on the flop again. Lane takes the lead with his king jack. OG's going to bet his 6. All right, Rhino, we're going to go. Speaking of the Rhino, there he is, ladies and gentlemen. He has made an appearance.
All right, baby. The live stream they said wasn't on YouTube. They said it's on Facebook.
He'll be running the mothership next week because I'm going to be in Chicago
Texas Poker House or Poker House
at a
Fort Worth.
Gwen Stefani
Facebook,
concert.
you'll be able to watch
Oh,
it there.
boy.
Okay. Just wanted you to know. All right, love you too. All right, bye.
Well, the Kings are definitely way ahead here. And Lane checked them. Hogan checked his queens. OG bet 80. Is Lane just going to smooth call? He does. Lane's playing sneaky right now. With no shoves, Hogan might think his queen's good. Oh, well, come on out, Rhino. You can shut this thing down. It's going till 11 tonight. I got an early morning appointment. Hey, Hogan does call. I thought he might. Eight on the river. Nobody has two diamonds. Kings are going to remain ahead. Lane checked again. Wow, nice play by Lane. Hogan's got to believe he has the best hand right now with two queens.
Thank you.
Oh, it went check, check, check.
You got a minute.
They're going to find out Lane did have the king, and Lane drags down a $470 pot. Rhino. Oh, yeah.
Definitely an action killer.
Come out and get you some Chick-fil-A. Want to thank them again for helping us out as always. Greg and his crew over there at Chick-fil-A, there's not any better. Chick-fil-A in Burleson, thank you for your support. Good people over there.
$2 to play. Fold. Brad, you got a hand?
I love this time of the year, but my allergies definitely do not. And man, I don't know if any of you out there have allergies, but it can just suck the life out of you, man. Makes you so tired and lethargic. It's crazy. Chrissy's going to raise it up with her ace-9 suited. Lane's going to call for the 50 with pocket sixes. OG's going to call with 7-5. Well, that means Brad's probably going to call with this 5-4. And then Caleb will probably call with this 7-6. Well, no. I guess Caleb's going to raise with his 7-6. What's going to happen now? Chrissy's going to shove with her ace-9. Is Lane going to call? He's thinking about it. He's asking for a count. He does have the best hand so far. Hearts, there's a lot of them out there, so I don't know if hearts are going to come. Shows she's got a 56% chance to win. Now 66 now that Lane folded. We're up to 9:55. Is anybody else going to call? I really don't see it. OG's not going to call with 7-5. I don't care how big of a gambler he is. Brad is not going to call with 5-4 of hearts, I do not think. He's going to Hollywood for a few minutes. He's going to fold. Then Caleb is most likely going to fold behind him, but maybe not. He's already got 250 in there, so he might call, but I don't see Brad calling here.
No, I drank it already. Huh? You can. Oh, wait a minute. I still got something in here.
Nope. Caleb's like, well, I got my hand stuck in the cookie jar. It's only 250 more. I'll call. Chrissy's going to be thrilled when she turns that hand over. She thinks she might even not have the best hand. Thanks, Aaron. That was quite a hand to see jacks, aces, and kings. Well, 2 hearts. And the hearts do get there. But Chrissy has the bigger hearts. Guess they're going to run 2 boards. This is our biggest hand of the night, too, over $1,200. And y'all know what that means. Hey, Russell, I thought you were going to be playing tonight, man. You and Chandler. Hopefully y'all had fun the other night. Unless Caleb hits a 6 or a 7 here. Nope. Chrissy's going to take it all down. That's $1,258, biggest pot of the night. Our hands over $1,200 tonight are sponsored by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies. For all your insurance and financial needs, give Patty Mac a call here. Ooh, the market is in turmoil, craziness right now. Every time somebody opens their mouth, it's a yo-yo. So give me a call. Let's come up with a plan for you. And we want to thank our other sponsors, David Perkins of treeservice817.com. Give David a call at 817-500-7107 if you need some tree service, or he's also doing sodding. I got me Bermuda 419 last year. Love it. Give David a call for your tree and sod service. Heating and air conditioning, here we go. Martine Infante, 3 Kings Heating and Cooling, 817-884-7431. It's almost summer. Get that air conditioning ready to go for the summer heat. Give Martine a call at 817-884-7431, commercial or residential. He'll give you a hand. Back to the hands quickly. Looks like Caleb raised to $10 with ace deuce, and Chrissy called with her 8-7. Lane called with 5-3. D-Mac 9-8. So it looks like we've got. Wait, I thought Chrissy called too. We think we have 4 players, don't we? No. Okay. The 3 does take the lead, but D-Mac's going to fire out with. No, he's going to call. Lane's 3 is ahead. This 3 is going to win unless D-Mac bets him off of it. Oh, did D-Mac bet him off of it? Or did Lane just throw it in?
I don't care. I'm still not playing King 4 offsuit in a freaking big
I have no idea.
I do not care.
What just happened there?
Got to draw it somewhere. Suited, I would have played.
Awesome.
For $8 more.
Look forward to seeing you guys next week then.
A man who don't believe in something will fall for anything, right? That's what I've heard. That's what I've been told.
I think y'all did pretty well on Monday too. At least you did. I know Chandler rivered me on a hand and played pretty well too.
Take my dollar in this way. Here.
And on to hand 19 tonight.
Then I was going, man, I scanned it slowly over and over again. 6.
Odell, who's been pretty quiet tonight, I would veer to guess he's got the nit of the night.
I realized that 22 is an invitation call.
Raised it to 6 with his 10-2.
That's how you invite people.
Brad calls.
Front door's always open, Odell.
John Jay and D-Mac come along. Hogan's going to come along with his King 10 as well. John Jay raised it to 22, and all of them stayed in. Nine, 2, 3. Hits Odell with his 2. Is he going to fire a bet out?
30.
Yeah, we didn't start till 8 o'clock tonight, buddy.
D-Mac, you called way too quick, man.
Come on out. You can commentate.
I checked.
Close this baby down. Four is going to hit D-Mac on the river unless Odell's able to bet him off of it. And D-Mac
35.
will take down. No, Odell's going to push. So I don't know if D-Mac can call. Oh, he had it. He had it
Completely a bluff.
if he called. But that's only like the first hand that Odell's played all night, so probably had him on a big hand.
That's why I couldn't get any spades. Couldn't put a 6 out there or a jack. I mean, that's what happens when I
Would
get
you
bored.
call
I start
122?
playing crap.
I don't know.
Yeah, I did.
Would you call 522?
Well, I know. I mean, you wanted me to call,
Tell me
right?
the number that would have gotten you to fold.
Yep, D-Mac would have gotten paid $10 from all the players at the table if he won that hand with 6-4. They play 6-4 instead of 7-2. But Odell bluffed him off of it, so nice job by Odell.
Made me angry. Getting here with that 10 deuce this time already.
Borderline.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us tonight on Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday from Poker House Fort Worth.
Oh, Odell ain't in?
Nope.
This hand ain't no full fun anymore. Might as well just
We're only an hour in.
Binding.
Oh boy, I'm not going to make it till 11.
Hey, first up.
Fours, flop a boat. Let's see if he can get paid by anybody getting silly. No, he's gonna raise. Well, Brad has king, queen, jack of diamonds, so he's fishing for a diamond. Little does he know it's not gonna help him. Queen, now he's got to think he's golden, so we're probably gonna see an all in here from John Jay.
I got two pair in the diamond draw.
I'm either way ahead
We
or
do.
way behind because I got a boat.
You got the canoe?
Oh, queen, and I'm good.
You got the canoe, huh?
I'm sure Brad's already called.
He's trying to run at them. You got the rubber ducky.
He does. They're going to go 2 boards. Diamond. He thinks he's won that hand. No, he doesn't because he sees the 4s over there. So, John Jay is going to win them both.
I got a full house. Nope, never mind. It's low.
Nice hand by John. No way Brad can get off that hand, that's for sure.
So they're not including paddle boats. I have a full house doesn't have to do to make the board. I have a full house.
And that moves John Jay into the lead tonight now, up $486. That's how quick these things can change. Got 5 in the green tonight so far, 4 in the red. Lane being in the cellar right now, but still plenty of time to go.
Yeah, if I check, you're checking. I hit the diamond, then I'm betting, you're raising, I'm shoving.
Is that a straddle? Man, this is like throwing good money away.
John's going to raise it up, looks like 10, 20.
Right now.
Thank you. All right, Rhina. Hope she gets to feeling better, buddy. Might just take me a little NyQuil tonight and go to sleep.
Just over 5 behind.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Caleb did raise 120 with his King Jack. Let's see if John wants to call with his Ace 4 hearts. He does. Don't think OG's going to come along with 7-5, but he might.
Yeah, I was looking at total.
He's proven to be a gambler. Well, as I say that, he throws in his $100, and Brad is priced in. So here we go, 4 to flop.
I bet mine. In my head, I did. In my head, I squeezed, but
Probably gets the chip stack right, and here we go to the flop. Three diamonds. Brad has the ace, Caleb has the king, so don't see either one of those going anywhere, but it looks like Caleb's going all in. John Jay's gonna fold. Wrong red, he says. 7-5 gets out of the way, but ace 8 is probably gonna call. Middle pair, ace high redraw for the diamonds. These guys play each other all the time.
What about that other card?
He did call. They're running it twice.
Brad got that one.
Brad takes the top one.
Oh,
Brad takes the bottom one. Flush over flush. That hand is now our biggest pot of the night. And that is brought to you by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies.
here's a head.
Do you have old 401k sitting out there from old jobs that you've worked at? Haven't seen it, looked at it, talked to anybody about it in a long time? Give me a call, 817-538-3494, Patty Mac, and let's help you get that thing going. Well, our Deuce Was Wild game went on last night, and I heard that it was chopped 5 ways every Tuesday night. Home game brought to you right here at Poker House Fort Worth. If you've ever played Deuce Was Wild, $1,000 guaranteed, $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys and add-ons at the break.
Sorry, Brad, if you gotta be the victim, you just gotta be the victim.
let's do, I'll do
He's like, sorry, Brad, you don't need the damn money anyway. You know?
What was it called?
Congress?
PLO or Congress? PLO. PLO.
Four cards. All high.
PLO is high, right?
Yeah.
$10 throw.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're going to straddle. Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. I think this is another dealer choice button.
Crash. No, that's right. That hand had 2 names.
We'll see. Possibly Omaha High. Limit Omaha. Caleb's raising with his kings. After OG raised with his King Jack 10-8. I have no idea about this one. Odell's looking for this low, the wheel or something, I don't know. Gonna throw that down. So 4 going to the pot, another nice sized pot. 522 so far. If I'm a betting man, I'm betting this one goes over our $1,200 limit too. Wow, Odell would have flopped the wheel right there. Caleb's gonna bet $45. He does have a little low, I believe, ace, deuce, 6.
Are you shitting me?
Chrissy folds. D-Mac is going to call with pocket 8s. No, he's going to raise with pocket 8s. Did he go all in? Yeah, he went all in. So if anybody calls, we're going to see another extremely large pot. My thought is Caleb is probably going to call with the low. And this is one where he might win both.
Can I add on now? I have to wait.
You can go back to 6.
What 7, 8?
If they are playing low, Caleb can't be beat.
How much you want? I got it.
Yeah, I think I'll be over.
We got it, Emmer.
Just not sure if they're playing high-low.
You want any red or no?
Yeah, sure.
What you want?
You put 2 reds. Yeah.
Well, while Lane munches on his chips, I want to remind everybody they are playing for the Fortune Jackpot out here. There's 2 hours and 51 minutes left for them to hit ace high flush, Broadway, flop a set, or full house. Sevens are better, and they have to use both cards in their hand. Tonight's winner, if somebody hits that, will win $5,000. Caleb does call and goes all in, which means we are going to have another pot over $1,400. That's how this stream normally works. I think they're probably just going to run it once, but I honestly don't know, and they do run it once, and this 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 does chop the pot. Well, I don't know. The chop or DMAC take it all because they're not playing the low. Yeah. And DMAC drags down a $1,472 pot. And that hand was sponsored to you by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies. Have you thought about what might happen to your family if something happened to you? Give Patty Mac a call. Let's come up with a plan. Let's do some life insurance if that's what fits into the plan. Disability, or do some investing for you. Give Patty Mac a call at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies. Well, Caleb called. I thought it was a high-low game, but it was just high. So DMAC with the straight pulled it down. And we're on to hand 23 now. The lovely Tina delivers some more chips to Caleb. Hogan raises to 15 with his ace-8. Brad will call with jack-9 of spades, I guarantee you, if he doesn't raise. DMAC will probably come along with his threes unless, is Chrissy going to raise with ace-3? Or is that just a call? Yep, call. We've got 3 going to the flop. Brad has the best advantage right now, and he does flop a straight. Hogan hits an 8. Brad does check it, trying to catch somebody. Hogan might fire a small size bet to see where he is. He does. 35. Brad's like, well, how much do I think I could get from him? Do I smooth call or do I raise? There's your answer. He's going to raise to 150 and everybody's going to go away. Nice pot for Brad. Yes, sir. Russell walked away with a lucky hoodie last night. And a hat. DMAC is taking over the lead. Well, Rhino, if you're still on, happy birthday to you and Kelly this month. Kelly Ryan Wells turned 18. Rhino turned like 65 or so. Also want to thank Memory Moments Event Design and Decor. Give Andy Bishop Cox a call Help you plan that next event at 817-405-4698. Make those memories last by giving Andy Bishop Cox a call at 817-405-4698 for your next event. All right, well, we've got a good hand here. Pocket Queens raised to 50. Lane calls with 10-9. D-Mac calls with 8-6. OG calls with 10-2. Brad's already folded his 7-3, and Caleb folds. So we're going to go to the flop with 4. Deuce and a 9. 9 hits Lane. Chrissy has pocket queen, so that board probably doesn't frighten her much. Actually, everybody gets a little piece of this. Chrissy's going to throw out 200. This is going to cost Lane some money unless he hits a 9 or a 10. Well, 10 does give Lane a gut shot straight. He's going to need one of Chrissy's queens. She's going to let him bet for her. He's going all in. She's thinking, does he have the straight already? Does he have 2 pair? A lot of stuff goes through your mind right here. She does call and has the lead for the moment. 4 helps no one, and Chrissy's going to take it down with her pocket queens. There goes Lane. I don't know if he's going to buy some more chips or leave in the building. Did he take the mic? Oh, he's getting more chips. Okay. Excuse me. I think they're waiting on Lane to grab some chips, but here we go.
It don't matter to me either way. I just like to do the same thing.
Excuse me.
No. Now, the only time I'll only go once is if it's with people I really...
Well, another fun night out here at Poker House Fort Worth. We've got this cash game going, another cash game going, and last I saw we had 3 tournament tables going out there.
You know when I don't like them when I go...
Still plenty of time. Come on out. This one's going a little late tonight.
Oh man, there ain't no doubt for playing tonight.
Yep, we've got a king jack, queen jack, king 10,
I'm always afraid I'm going to kick this damn cord and it's going to turn the table off.
all going to the flop. 2 diamonds. Good flop for Hogan. Nobody has the ace. Hogan's going to fire out. Lane is in the lead. Not anymore. King jack of diamonds takes the lead.
All these damn cameras that you got to worry about.
Is he going to check or is he going to bet again? He's going to bet. Wow. Okay. Hogan pulls it down for 216.
Oh, look at Lively getting up. Jeez. Damn, PJ. Damn. Man, right there.
All right. Well, even though we got a late start, let's try to give away a hat or a hoodie here. Coming up on, let's do hand 30.
Good beat, Clay. Damn, Clay. Think Clay had that in him.
Hand 30. Don't know what everybody's watching there. Hand 30, let's do pick your player and guess the pot size within 20 bucks. If you win, you'll win your choice of a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth.
All right. I ain't getting the card, but I'll open it up to see if I cost me.
It's gonna be 4-4-8 Jack.
Not one time.
Coop nasty. Caleb for 350, okay. And he's listening on Twitch. Well, we're on hand 26, but that's going to be for hand 30. Caleb and Hogan are going to stick her. Caleb raises to 110. Hogan's going to call. And Caleb's going to win with his twos. So Hogan checks. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Caleb's going to check. He's going to raise all in, and he pulls it down with a deuce. Little does he know he was already ahead there. Yeah, again, if you'd like to guess to try to win a hat or a hoodie on hand 30, you got to guess the player that wins and the pot size and be within $20. So far, Coop Nasty 50 has Caleb for 350. Anybody else want to get in?
What branch did you serve?
Navy.
Navy? Okay, Army.
Long time ago. Back then it was,
All right, Coop.
Were you actually like
Looks like you might bring it home by yourself.
I did a year,
If Caleb wins, then it's
and in that time we
around 350.
7 times, 6 times.
But you were out for like what, a month, 2 months at a time?
We'll see.
We were out. Yeah, we were a nuclear powered cruiser, and we were always out front of the battle group. So we were self-sufficient. We didn't need
You
no
went
fuel.
submarine though, right?
Oh no, no! They offered me that when I got out of A school.
Different, different kind of person. We had a
OG's going to raise it to 65 with A6.
So
Caleb has pocket nines. He's going to smooth call it for 65.
But hindsight being what it is, I probably should have. 'Cause the money-
Chrissy has ace 4 hearts. Last time she had something like that, she pushed all in and she folds here.
And the reason I got out is because I thought I was worth more than what the Navy was offering me.
Oh, that's because there's a flop out there
Hindsight
already.
being what it is, I should have taken it. I mean,
You realize you're not worth more.
A6
I'm 57. I could have been retired for.
at 75, and I don't see
Double dip.
the pocket nines going anywhere because he flopped a set.
When I joined there, I could have.
That does count for the Fortune Jackpot.
I know a couple guys that did that.
And OG's going to call with
quit the
A
VA
gutter?
here in Waco because the guys are saying you need to go to
Okay.
the VA and get disability. And well,
Caleb's
why?
gonna
I got
shove.
a great job, making
I
great
can't.
money.
I don't know if that's
So
all in or
good.
just a
He's somebody that-
$65 bet. I don't know.
But you know, it's a free paycheck. No, to me it's not.
He's not gonna call with an ace high.
You know, the pressure got so bad that I just told him to kiss my ass when I left the VA.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. I just didn't see anything behind it.
All right,
I was covering it.
Coop. You got a couple other guys shooting for it too. Russell has
I didn't see your stack, I only saw that.
D-Mac for 235, and Kevin's gonna take Lane for 30. Uh-oh, here we go again. There comes another late choice. Brad for 425. Caleb shows the trip nines or the set so he can get on the board. Almost forgot. I've forgotten on that several times before. Forgot Monday too when I flopped a set of aces. And we should be moving on to hand 28. Again, on hand 30, we're going to take a guess on who's going to win the hand and what the pot size is going to be. If you want in, you've got one more hand to guess. Got to be within $20 of the pot size to win. I'm sporting one of our very own Poker House Fort Worth hats tonight too. Right here. Poker House Fort Worth. Beautiful hat tonight. Hope everybody's enjoying the live stream tonight. You got Patty Mac back here going solo tonight. My man Rhino's at home taking care of his sick wife. What a good hubby he is. And we're enjoying a fun action-packed night here at Poker House Fort Worth. Got another guess in, Brad for 425, Brad for 525. And let's see what happens on the, not the next hand, but hand 30. We got a couple of good hands here. 3-bet D-Mac. What is Brad doing? Calling or? Chrissy's gonna fold ace jack. And Brad calls 10-8. And 10-8 hits the flop. Oh my gosh. D-Mac's gonna fire out 100. Let's see if Brad raises here or just smooth calls. Nope, he just smooth calls. Five, that's gonna ruin Brad's hand. Wow, he got lucky and lost the minimum there. The 5 coming on the turn cost him. Wow, what a change there. All right, 29, now's your last chance to get in if you want to win a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth. You got to guess the winner of this hand and the pot size. I showed y'all one of the hats we've got out here. Beautiful blue, if y'all can see that. Wonderful hat. Patty Mac's wearing back here tonight for you. And this is 29, so we've got another guess, couple of guesses in there. OG 300. All right, we'll see what happens here. Not this hand, but the next one. As long as it's not a bomb pot. If it's a bomb pot, we'll carry it over to the hand right after that.
There wasn't another one with that 7-5. I like the too, Brady. I should clip you and I'm back.
Yeah.
This is the first $2
Four going to this one with just a $2
raise it, but I didn't feel like going around.
call.
I got too many dealers here that owe me damn money. I can't get paid from them, so I got to.
Nobody hits anything, so it's usually the first one that bets wins. Let's see what happens here. Checked around. There's a queen for Odell.
20.
D-Mac does have flush draw. He's probably going to call. He does.
Got in there, huh? Doggone you,
D-Mac, and then 5 saved your ass.
Another queen. Odell's got to be feeling pretty good about that. The boat.
D-Mac.
Doesn't matter what he bets, he's going to fold.
40.
Come on, that river.
Congratulations, Odell. Your boat is good, buddy.
I have a vote.
D-Mac did fold, so here we go. Hand 30. Got all the guesses in. We've got Caleb for 350, D-Mac for 235, Lane for 340, Brad for 425, Brad for 525, and OG for 300. Well, this is one of the tournaments that's going on out there right now. The Sunday, Friday, Wednesday $1,500 free roll with a bomb pot every blind change. $0 gets you in, $35
If I'm not playing, who's
gets you 35 in chips, $25 rebuys, and $50 and $75 add-ons at the break.
Chris, I told you, I'll tell you is my favorite dealer.
Here we go, hand 30. Let's see who wins. Nobody's on Chrissy, Odell, Hogan, or, well, somebody's on Lane. Yep. Chrissy, nobody's on Chrissy, John J, Odell, or Hogan. Well, Brad, well, this is not going to be the, it's going to be the next one. Sorry, guys. Next hand, 31. Not this one. Just the regular hold'em hands.
You owe me one. I mean, it's me riser. This flop. Oh, you won. That's 5. He does. He does. Here, watch y'all. He owes me.
So bear with us one more hand. Don't know if this is just high or assuming it is. Most of them tonight have been just high.
Go the other way.
I did think I thought I heard one that said high low earlier, but maybe the low didn't qualify.
Got low locked up, baby.
Well, there's the river. Still don't have a check mark by anybody's name because I don't know what they're playing. Brad bet 95. OG wins. I have no idea. Maybe OG went all in, but here we go. Hand 31. Caleb 350, D-Mac 235, Lane 340, Brad 425, Brad 525, and OG 300. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's a bomb pot, so we're going to do it the hand after this one. Good grief.
Hey, it's only 9:32.
Sorry, everyone. That just makes you stay with us. Anybody want to change their bet? Or anybody that hasn't gotten in, next hand you want to choose a player and the pot size be within 20 bucks, we'll give you a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth. I showed you the gorgeous hat I'm wearing earlier. I'll show you again. Look at this thing. Beautiful. Poker House Fort Worth hat. Next hand. All right. Coop Nasty's going to change to Chrissy for 500. I'll allow it, sir. So now nobody has Caleb. Hopefully Coop Nasty didn't call Chrissy and ask. But I doubt it. And OG does have a flush on one of the hands. Don't know if I'd be thrilled about having an 8 high flush, but he will win half the pot if he doesn't fold. Hogan's going to take down the other one with a jack. Okay. A jack. Well, somebody folded, so Caleb's going to... I don't know what's going on here. There's 3 check marks, so it looks like they're going to chop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Straight on the bottom's going to get a quarter. Well, Caleb's got the same straight. Did OG fold his flush? I think he did, so they're going to end up splitting it. All right, for real, for real. This is the hand. We've got quite a few people listening on Twitch tonight, so thank y'all for listening on Twitch. Several more listening on Facebook. Thank you, everyone, for listening. The next hand, if you're just tuning in, if you would like a chance to win a hat or a hoodie from Poker House Fort Worth, guess the player that's going to win the hand and the pot size. Be within $20, and you're going to win. You got to get it in now, though. While Paul's shuffling, once the cards start to fly, no more guesses.
All events are facing this way, right there.
Well, looks like they're straddling and re-straddling again, so here we go. D-Mac 235, Lane 340, Brad 425, Brad 525, OG for 300, and change to Chrissy 500.
Not bad, but I don't know how. He'll be there. I just don't know if he'll be going 100%. But he'll be there.
It's on Lane. Let's see what he decides to do. John J. folds. Looks like, here we go, Brad's gonna raise. Odell's got pocket kings. Nobody has Odell. People have Brad. Hogan's gonna fold his 3s. Odell is not gonna fold his kings, that's for sure. He's all in. I don't think Brad's going to fold. Ace King suited. So if you have Brad, you have a chance. There's 2 people that have Brad for 4. Oh, but the pot is $850. So nobody's going to win it this time. Maybe if we have time, we'll do it again. They're going to do 2 boards. Looks like full boards. Odell's Kings hold up on the top board.
You had pocket threes.
Yeah, I had pocket threes.
Uh-oh. You got some of that?
And the Kings hold up on the second board.
Cool.
Nice pop for Odell. That's about the second or third hand he's played all night.
Man, these are the best.
And he
shirts
drags down a pot for $850. Hogan's threes would have won the top board if he played.
Can you come autograph these for me or something?
Yep, nice hand for Odell. And again, we had a great meal tonight thanks to our friends at Chick-fil-A Burleson. Thank you to Greg, Ryan, and all the employees there for always great service and great food. Chick-fil-A Burleson. Go by, tell them Patty Mac sent you. And enjoy the meal. Well, nobody won at that time, but we have time to do one more before the end of the night, that's for sure. If you're just joining us, we started off an hour later tonight, so we're going to be here with you all the way up until 11:15 tonight. I'm going to get overtime pay for tonight. Eight hits Caleb. 5-3 is a pretty good draw for Brad, open ender. Chrissy's ace king. They always look nice so they don't hit. Some people like to just keep calling them. Well, let's see. Caleb is going to fire with his 8. She's going to fold that. Hogan, that flop, well, did he fold? Okay. Don't think Brad's going to fold with 5-3. He's at least going to take a shot on the turn. He does always win his stream with most think time, that's for sure. He's going to call. Hits a 3. That's probably going to make him hang around a little while longer. Caleb will fire here. How much is the question? 80. I think Brad's probably going to call for 80. Hit his 3. Still has the open ender. He does. And there it is. He hits us straight on the river. And Caleb knows he just got rivered.
How does all his crap get there all fucking night? I don't understand this. I get all the crap shit and none of mine.
Got him on the river.
Get there on me.
I will get there on you.
Might be Brad's night. Hadn't had one of these in a while, so he's due.
It works.
He's a little bit of a river rat.
We're on to hand 34. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. This is Patty Mac coming to you live from Poker House, Fort Worth, Brad's Wild Stream.
That's pretty awesome.
Gonna be back tomorrow night with Congress, or Sean's Big O game. Sean's Big O game. 7 o'clock, I believe. 7:15 to 10:15. And then we'll be back again on Monday night for Patty Mac's live stream.
That means you're meant to play it, man.
Yeah, okay.
That boy's gonna come up.
Brad picks up pocket 8s here. He's going to raise it. Don't see Lane folding his King Jack here either. Caleb's going to call with 9s.
I'll bet you.
Does Lane go all in? No, Lane called 25.
Make him win.
3 players going to the flop. Set of Stoneman, set of 9s, and there's a Jack King right in the window. That should be easy for the 8s and 9s to get away. Lane turns the full house. He's going nowhere. Caleb fires out 60. Lane smooth calls for 60. Nice call, Lane. Has nothing to fear, though. Oh, boy. That's probably going to get Caleb in trouble. King Jack, full house over full house. That's going to be full house for Lane towards the Fortune Jackpot.
Yeah, Queen Deuce.
That would have been full house for
Two came on the river.
Caleb too, but he did not win the hand. You have to win the hand.
Yeah, that wouldn't have won either.
Oh, that wasn't good. He had King Jack. That wouldn't work. No.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
Never mind. You would need
A miracle.
2 nice hands there.
Like 3 boards for me.
Lane with the King Jacks. Full house bigger than 9s over Jacks.
So I could tie. Because I didn't have a heart. I don't mind spectating.
Ready? D-Mac's going to raise to 45 with his ace queen. Udell folded 6s. Going to fold around to him. Now Lane's going to call with his Jack 7 of clubs. 6 right in the window would have given Odell trip 6s. Or set of 6s. And Odell would have had the boat. D-Mac takes down with ace queen.
I folded the bolt too.
I got ace 9 off. I fold.
Wow.
I folded pocket 6s.
I mean, usually when he comes in, they were suited, I played it.
And Paul's going to throw out hand 36 for us here.
3 or 4% equity in it when they're suited. I'm not worried about it. You know me. They good now. They good? Okay.
Feeling the energy of it.
Ask them what they are and I won't know.
Feeling the energy of it.
Oh shit, and I'm under the gun too. Okay.
Oh,
You're right.
feeling the energy. Raise 15.
Oh wow.
15 call.
I'm sorry to hear. I know. Sorry.
Okay. Oh, geez, ahead, but Caleb bets with queen 9, hits a 9 on the river. Sorry, the turn. Caleb's 9s will drag this down unless he gets bet off of it. OG does call, and Caleb's going to pull it down with his 9.
Travel.
Well, it was playable that time. But actually, under the gun, it's a fold every time. But it was the best looking hand I've seen in a while.
I got a $5 straddle. I got a $10 straddle.
We're on to hand 37. Brad's our big winner so far tonight, up $1,100, followed right behind by D-Mac at $9.94 and Chrissy at $8.45. Lane so far is yet to get started. Still time. You've got a little over an hour left in tonight's stream if you're just now joining us. We're going all the way till 11:15 tonight. Thanks for tuning in on Facebook and Twitch tonight. We appreciate it. Quite a few listeners on Twitch tonight, so thank you all for listening. Thanks to all the ones on Facebook as well. Ten hits Caleb to take the lead. Pretty sure he's going to fire, and he does. Probably going to take it down. He does.
He was trying to bait me. I almost got it too.
See, Odell got that big stack for me. Those things are locked now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm leaving with these.
That's why any pot he's in, I just bet. Mine.
He calls, I shut it down. Hey, he could have top pair. He's like, no thank you. No thank you.
Well, we are on to hand 38. It's been a fun evening. Action-packed, that's for sure.
I haven't had a whole lot to play, man. Like,
You only had
I've played what I can play.
G's going to call with 10-3 off. Brad's going to raise it up with King 2. Caleb insta-calls with his King 10. Lane calls with 7-4. Did the Rangers win tonight? Anybody out there? Rangers win tonight? I did see the Mavs were playing right now and ahead by about 11. Just trying to see if the Rangers actually won. Seven takes the lead. I don't think Lane thinks he's ahead right now with the jack on the board, but we'll see if he fires, if somebody else does not. He does. 25, and he was called by Caleb with King 10. Lane's most likely going to fire again. And Caleb folded his hand before Lane could even get a bet out there. Awesome. They're playing some pretty decent ball this so far, but we're going to find out what they're made of this coming weekend. The Dodgers are coming to town.
Yeah, I'm on here.
Hopefully it'll be a good series.
Bronze again. That's all right. I'll pay for it. Thank you.
Said 5?
Also heard about the news conference with Nico Harrison, the president of the Mavericks, saying that he doesn't regret anything about the trade of Luka. That is quite possibly the dumbest trade ever in history of sports. If you don't think so, let me know a different one. I know the trade to get Ricky Williams was pretty dumb, and so was trading Herschel Walker. The Cowboys getting all those picks for Herschel. That was dumb on Minnesota's side, but just can't see giving up your franchise young player for nothing.
I'll even. Oh, I'm big, right?
Oh, we've got another DC button going here. Not sure what the game is, but it's been Omaha most of the time. Congress.
I hate those hands. I absolutely hate those hands.
And I'm in the small blind, so it's like I have to.
It is Congress. They've got 5 hole cards.
And he's like, you got, I got all mine.
He raised.
It'd be perfect if you play all 4 cards.
Oh, man, I finally finished all my Chick-fil-A.
Like, fuck the bullet, I got it in my hand.
Again, shout out to Greg and all the gang there at Chick-fil-A. Thank y'all for everything y'all do for us. It's greatly appreciated and enjoyed. D-Mac pulls that one down with the boat. And we're going to move on to hand 39. If you are just now joining us, welcome to Brad's Wild Stream Wednesday night game here from Poker House Fort Worth. We are going for one more hour tonight, so stay tuned. Got one more hour worth of coverage for you. Thanks to everybody tuned in watching on Facebook and Twitch tonight. We should be back up on YouTube next week.
I've been showing him the crap he's been doing. It's been pretty bad tonight.
Well, John Jay picks up pocket kings here. Brad's got ace queen, so he's probably going nowhere. Trying to decide if he just wants a smooth call or if he wants to raise. He's probably going to raise. No, he just calls for 80. We got 4 going to the flop, 8, 7, ace, queen, king, jack, and kings. Ace right there in the window, and Brad has a nice redraw. John Jay does have the king of spades for the redraw. Lane has the jack, so there's a lot of high cards out there on the redraw. Brad bets 300. John Jay calls 300 in a heartbeat. OG only has, it looks like, about 60 chips there. He might just go all in just to be in on the action. He would have to hit runner to win. And it couldn't be the 8 of spades.
I think you'll get the question answered one way or another. Yeah.
Him and Brad might have gone to the same Hollywood school.
Another player is active, so it keeps me selling. I was telling him there's another player that's active. That's what.
He folds 5 on the turn, helps no one. Brad's going to shove a big bet in. It's going to put John all in. John shows him the king of spades. Brad's like, well, I've got the queen, but I have the ace right now. So he is ahead as long as no spade or king comes. He will drag down the pot. Another good sized pot, $1,300. 3, they're going to run it twice, it looks like, and a 3. Brad's going to take them both down. Big hand for Brad. 1387, which means we want to thank our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies for all your insurance and financial needs. Give Patty Mac a call. Brad is tonight's big winner so far, up $1,800. D-Mac is right behind him with $1,100, and Chrissy is right there too with $820. Odell still on the green with $539, and then all the rest are in red. Well, this is the tournament that'll be out here tomorrow night. It's our $1,500 guaranteed free roll. If you like just Texas Hold'em, this is the tournament for you. 6:30 on Thursdays, 7 o'clock on Fridays. You figure it out. $0 gets you in, 35 for 35, $25 rebuys, add-ons at the break.
Yeah, would have been 2 full boards in. Yeah, try to get cute.
And we're on to hand 41.
Yeah, but he's right. If I jam pre-flop, we get
41.
We'll have a better opportunity. So he's spot on.
Oh, excuse me. Craziness, and then another hour. Ace hits John. 2 hearts. Lane's got a nice redraw. John's going to call with his ace. Lane's going to stick in there with his 2 hearts. Lane now hits a king on the turn, which is going to make it even harder for him to get away. Throws out a $50 bet, but John is still ahead. 8 on the river helps no one. As long as John doesn't fold, he will drag down this pot. And he does. We're on to hand 42 tonight.
deck. God damn, this shit's.
You want to ask for can we ask for a new setup over here?
Trying to wait and see what hands come up here.
He said, Caleb said it's not the deck, it's the player.
No, he's just talking to you.
Looks like OG has reloaded. Caleb's gonna raise to 60 with 7-4. He might get away with it because nobody else really has anything.
Keep trying, Caleb. Keep trying.
He does. If Brad doesn't call.
There you go, Brad. There you go. What? Do whatever you're about to do. You're about to put chips in the middle, whether it's raising or calling. There you go. Is that what you want? Yeah, absolutely.
But he does call with Queen 8. And Caleb hits the 4 right there on the flop. It's gonna bet 125, and Brad's probably gonna be able to get off of this fairly easy. Brad, come on, I'll never get this 2 minutes of my life back. Folds. Caleb drags down the pot.
See, like I said, he did it because he raised 60 with 7-4.
You guys are complaining about the deck, so I was like, I'll figure I'll just show them. It's not the deck. Take it down here in America.
Still flop top pair. I mean,
We're gonna roll on to hand 43.
Queen high. We should not have even seen a flop. And he knows it. Should they call it 60 queen high? I mean, listen, when he has to hand me $200, he gets the right to critique. Like I said, 20 months. We'll get it. Yeah. I feel like I'm on that with everyone. I feel like they let me go grab. Oh, we'll take all the time we need with him.
Well, we've got 4 players going to this flop. 10-4. Lane hits the 4. Nobody hits the 10. King. Lane has 2 pair now, but Brad hits the flush. Probably gonna get Lane in trouble here. 2 on the river. Brad's not thrilled with his flush, but he does pull it down. And we're gonna move on to hand 44 of the night. Again, if you're just joining us, we're running an hour longer tonight. Going all the way up to 11:15, so stay with us. I'm sure there's gonna be lots more action.
Memphis Friday night, right? To try to get in. Memphis lost to Golden State. Yeah, I'm saying if they win, they go to Memphis Friday night, right? I'm done betting you guys' hands. I'm done. Oh my God! Is this our first
Well, we've got a few hands here.
No, we did one $2 hand earlier.
Hogan's sixes
This was earlier.
are ahead. No spades.
I didn't have shit either.
8 is gonna give Hogan the straight, and he's gonna win $6.
See, that's where the all-in works.
Wow.
Congratulations on your win.
Yeah. Appreciate it. You guys see one go through the hoop every now and then.
Hey, shooter, shoot.
Well, we're still rolling on here.
He is, man. He's like, y'all trade me? I'm gonna show.
He's like no,
I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all trade me like that.
Kyrie out, we're done. All this
Yeah.
crap, like,
Yeah, Kyrie and Luke and Luka down. Everybody like,
man, he's got all the motivation in the world.
he's like, man, they I'm gonna make y'all regret trading me.
Yeah. I love it, man. I love that motivation.
They even gave LA a run for their money a little bit.
I just love to see Dallas compete. I mean, they're listen, they not even Kyrie hurt.
Looks like we're gonna do a bomb pot here. Maybe. No, it looks like a straddle and re-straddle here. Okay.
Man, he was reading my
John
mind.
J raises this 40.
Wait a minute. No, is it on me?
Yeah. Thankfully, I had a hand that I did not.
$30.
King 10 has the lead here, although Odell has 10s. Kings are going to drag this pot down.
I'll give you some of these Brad chips.
Odell's going to fold. No, is he going to? He calls. Okay. He calls. D-Mac's going to show him the king and pull it down.
Freaking King 10, I need it.
D-Mac continues to have a good night.
But now, what you calling that for, man?
I was trying to give away.
Terrible call.
I want to give away your lucky chips to somebody else, man.
Not like that.
I'm nice like that.
D-Mac knows what to do with them, though. That's different. You just lock them up and
How you say? I just gave some away to do.
that's true.
I literally gave that away to do.
You did. You just handed him $50.
I did.
Sit here. I'd like to give you.
We move on to hand
I'm not giving you quite
47 tonight.
Just because I wanted to see what he had. Just to, that was one of those I got to.
Trying to get comfortable back here. My back is killing me.
strength in their own game.
Yeah.
And all you're doing is handing them to them. Like, here, I don't want these. You take them.
I was just curious, man. Like, I didn't want to wait till the stream. I wanted to know now.
You want them now, yeah.
I think if you asked him, he might have just flipped
He might have just flipped them over himself.
Yeah, he might have.
But sorry, man.
Maybe try that approach next time. I'm playing with you.
Getting you don't play.
$5 for play.
Sorry.
$5, son.
Well, looks like we're doing Congress again.
Yo, look at these 5 cards I've got.
Way better than what I got. 1,000,000% way better than what I got.
And I don't even know how many players we have in it. Keep flip-flopping around. Looks like almost everybody's still in, except for Odell.
Pick me.
Well, if you're just joining us, we've got about 30 minutes left. Got started a little bit late tonight. Thank y'all for staying with us. Be here for about another 30 minutes. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the Congress game. Or Sean's Big O game, I'm sorry. Sean's Big O game. Definitely going to be action-packed.
Yep, I know how that goes. That's why my pocket tens are so hard to fold.
We're on to hand 48 tonight.
Yeah, 14 minutes, everybody, 14 minutes.
And looks like Lane raised 20 with his ace queen. Hogan with his king 4 suited calls. Hits the king on the flop with 2 diamonds. Ace changes things. Now Lane's ahead. Hogan still has his, well, there's the flush right there. Lane's probably not going to be able to get away from this either. He does not. Hogan's going to take that one down. And that might do it for Lane tonight. I'm not sure.
I pay every dollar for shit like
Looks like Lane may have $30 left, so.
Say, give me that every day, give me $1 million, I'll take that. When your son texts you at night, tells you how much he loves you. Nothing better, man. Nothing better. $5 short. Oh, really? Really? Yeah.
Well, we're getting down to the end, ladies and gentlemen. We've got about 15 minutes left in our live stream. Going a little bit longer tonight because we got started a little bit later. So thank you for bearing with us and staying with us. Don't forget, we'll be back tomorrow night with Sean's Big O game. And then back again on Monday for Patty Mac's live stream. Caleb raises to 70 with King 7 suited. OG's gonna call with Jack 9.
There's no queens, threes, eights, nines, aces, or fours coming forward.
Did Lane drop his mic? He just walked outside.
Hey, get his mic. Oh, he dropped it. Okay, never mind.
Check.
OG has the lead, but he does not know that. He's probably going to check, and Caleb does not bet, so it's check, check. First to bet wins, usually in these cases.
Go get your 6-pack or something to eat.
And OG does drag it down with the first to bet.
Cards are over there, though.
You ready to play?
You have my card.
Okay. Let me see if I hadn't looked yet. Let me see if I can do something.
No, I'll let you raise it if you want.
I like the triple O, the O-L-O. Yeah, you do it, yeah. Whatever you want.
John J picks up a queen, but Hogan picks up the straight. Brad calls with King 8. 10, he hits the straight. Hogan already had the straight. You take care too, Russell. We'll see you out here next week, most likely. Or no, I'm out of town next week, man. I'll be here Monday, but not the rest of the week. Wear that hoodie and hat with pride, man.
How you doing, Odell? It's that chance where I get to get him back. You want me to really discuss it? Gutter ball. Gutter ball, got there.
I knew it. I knew it.
Did Hogan give that up to Brad?
Hey, gave me the win.
Hogan had the straight already.
Oh, God.
Next week.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
How sweet it is. How sweet it is.
You made me fold my full house.
Play better. Play better, Odell.
Oh, I felt that one in my soul.
Play better. It's only $100. Damn, you need 100 that bad? It wasn't even your
Well, I knew you had the straight. You made it so obvious, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's the point.
Odell, you're funny.
That's why I don't ever ask to see it run out.
I didn't ask. He did the shit on his own. Who asked you to do that?
I knew you had over there something big. Hold it for y'all.
Close to 8. Should be about 8.
He folded.
Nobody wanted to see that rubber.
Oh, well, good evening. Good evening, man.
Caleb, ace, king, Chrissy raises with her jacks to 150.
Anything less than 100, I would have called.
What's Brad doing? Thinking about calling with the clean diaper for 150 or just
I love this game. Wednesday night poker house. Live stream. Nothing better.
Caleb goes all in.
It goes back to what I was talking about earlier. You just can't make sense of anything in this game. Not literally nothing. $2.
820? Wow.
Then you get a rebate. Look at that. $6. Hell yeah.
125, 150.
I'm saying to you.
Chrissy may be able to get away from this just because she doesn't probably want to give up over half of her chip stack.
You wanted me to do it.
We'll see what happens though.
How big's your pair? Good pair to have. They're a good pair. I will not say if they are good or not. They are a good pair. I'll tell you what, you can pick one. Yep.
She does get rid of it. I didn't think she was going to risk over half of her stack. She's worked hard at it tonight, so I do not blame her for that.
Oh, there were 2 clubs on that one? Oh! 3-4 clubs.
And king 7. Club.
Well, we should be wrapping it up here sometime pretty quickly.
Yeah, but all the money would have
I think we've probably got about 5 minutes left of action, so thanks again for joining us tonight from Poker House Fort Worth. You've got Patty Mack, Lorenzo back here working the boards, Paul out there dealing, and a lot of good players out there playing tonight. Thank everybody for joining us across 2 streams tonight, Facebook and Twitch. We've had quite a few new listeners on Twitch, so thank y'all for joining us. Getting down to the last few hands here. Caleb's going to bet 50 with Queen 10. Odell's going to call with Ace 5, and OG's going to call with Queen 10 too. Odell is a big favorite considering those guys have each other's outs. Ace hits right in the window, but boy, oh boy, Queen 10 for both of the guys. flush draw keep them? No. OG's gonna bet.
Yeah, I'm looking into his soul. Bullshit. He's playing around here.
Well,
No, they don't got none of that.
Caleb call or will he put him on the flush? I don't know.
And I can still do a par 5 3 if you know. That's up to y'all.
Let's just play to your button, play to yours, and then the bomb pot, and then we're done.
God dog it.
That's not the 5th time that I've heard you say God dog. This guy is not a fan of $100 bets.
Well, I think we're on Caleb. I can't tell, or it's back around to Odell.
I fold, man.
I know I was ahead.
All in.
They're both
Ooh, shit.
Queen 10.
Y'all doing playing that big?
Oh, both of them had me.
Chop pot.
Broadway, the 2 players. Caleb, what's your name again?
OG. I almost called it.
OG. That was she have on the board though.
He saved both of them.
Oh, you had played?
We got
Only made a hand, and after like 7 hours.
Free flop.
well, it looks like we're down to our last couple of hands here, so
I almost sucked if I
I'm calling the 10. We can't call
So
50.
there, you only
when the button gets back to Chrissy, I think that's going to be our next to the last hand.
That was what you had last time, right? I knew you was going to fuck around and have it and then not play it. And he was suited. You should have played that.
This was suited. But
You should have played that.
$50 free flop on the queen.
You should have played that suited.
Didn't take mass money line. He only took the points. Glad he didn't play money line. He took +5 instead.
10.
raise again $10 and hold.
We'll get over real fast before we get out of here. Oh, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Target acquired. I know he called 50, but he doesn't like calling 100.
Well, y'all had me beat though, so
Good pull.
my hand was just not a $100 hand.
It's a $10.
Well, Caleb is on a betting spree towards the end of the night here with 690 raised to 50. D-Mac called with Queen 10, and Brad's going to call with Ace 7.
Right here, right here.
Nice hand, sir.
Thank you.
Ace hits the board with Brad. Couple of hearts there. Brad's trapping, waiting for Caleb to bet. And he's got the bait. Insta call from D-Mac. And Brad's going to call as well, or raise. No, he just calls. He is ahead. If he hits a heart, he's even more ahead, but no. Will Caleb try to stab at it one more time? The answer is yes, he will. Let's see if either one of these can sniff it out. That's 250. I don't know if D-Mac wants to risk 250 on a 10 with an ace and hearts out there. He will not. No way is Brad gonna lay it down? He does? Wow, Caleb shows him 6-9. Or did Brad go all in?
Almost pushed.
Or I called, I don't know. One of the two. But Brad Brad drags down another pot. He is going to be our big winner tonight, it looks like, unless something major happens in these last two hands.
And you don't have to sit out.
He's had a good night.
Congress first, then bomb pot, yeah.
Oh, fuck. Well, at least I can see the cards this time. Nah, I'm making
No, he can play them.
And you? Congress? My guarantee?
I didn't hear you.
Nah, you said he's flop. I said that's my guarantee. Congress.
Oh, yeah, I got
Well,
it.
let's
I got a
see
better-
if
I mean,
this
it's
is
my
the last
card.
hand or the next one is the last hand, but we are on one of the last two hands, that is
King King there.
for sure.
I'm in there. So ace face 2-3.
This looks like Congress.
All I was to play.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to let these cards play themselves out. We are down to the last couple of hands here, though.
You gotta raise the 20. 20 call. Re-raise 55.
Well, Caleb's at it again, raising up to 65. Well, it looks like OG's going to raise it. I don't know how much. I can't see. Well, it looks like Caleb's going to go all in. And we don't even have a flop yet, so he's all in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 615, 615. There you go.
Looks like OG has called. Gonna be the two of them going to the flop. And this is another good sized pot. 1387, which means it's going to be the last hand of the night. Sponsored by our friends at McLaughlin Insurance and Financial Strategies. Give Patty Mack a call. The market is in crazy times right now. As soon as somebody opens their mouth, the market moves. King 2 win this?
I'll take it. It's like,
Yep, that helps turn around
it's a winner.
the OG's game tonight. Gets them to only minus 434. Puts Caleb as second. In the lost column. Let's get some fruit.
Bomb pot, everybody. Bomb pot.
And it looks like this will be our last hand of the night with a bomb pot. So once again, we just want to thank you for tuning in tonight to Brad's live stream from Poker House Fort Worth. Last hand of the night. Caleb's going to buy back in for, I don't know, 500 or 600 on the final hand of the night. Trying to make some money back real quickly on the bomb pot.
Now, don't do it again. All right? Unless it's... I want to see this hand this time.
Brad is definitely going to be our biggest winner tonight unless it absolutely blows up on the final hand of the night. But even if it blows up, He's still probably going to be the biggest winner unless it's D-Mac or Chrissy. They take all of his chips. No one can take them all because he has everybody doubled at the table. So let's see how this last one finishes. Well, here comes the flop, or the top. King, Jack, 5. Bottom board's going to be 6-8 Jack. D-Mac's going to fire an $80 bet. With trip kings on the top. Hogan's going to call. With 2 pair on the bottom. Looks like several people are folding that don't even want to mess with it for the last hand, so we're going to go just those 2 heads up. Hogan hits his full house on the bottom. D-Mac still has the lead on the top. He's got a boat. No, he doesn't have a boat on the top, sorry. He's got to play his pocket king, so if Hogan hits a queen on the top, he's going to scoop. Nope, another king brings D-Mac of quads and full house on the bottom, so they're just going to chop it up. And the vacuums are going on in the background. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's live stream from Poker House Fort Worth. Stay with us with some upcoming events here. Tournament schedule. A couple of thank yous. Once again, thank you to Lorenzo for holding down the fort back here with me tonight. Paul for dealing. Odell was the biggest nit. That is no surprise. Chrissy and John Jay fell in that category tonight too. Odell definitely played the least amount of hands. I also want to thank Chick-fil-A Burleson once again for helping us out on the meal. Thanks to Greg and the gang out there. Go by and say hi and tell them Patty Mac sent you. Caleb was unstoppable for a while. Lane struggled with 25 hands, but he also played the most hands. Odell was only in 30% of the hands. Lane was unlucky tonight. Some big pots again tonight. D-Mac pulled down 1, Brad pulled down 2, and the OG pulled down 1 at the chops, actually, with Caleb. John Jay was the luckiest tonight. Lane was the unfortunate unluckiest tonight. Coolers, Odell had pocket kings but got beat by Brad with the ace king because he laid it down. Brad and Lane at the top of the list being in on the most hands. Caleb as well. OG's up there too. Odell again played the least amount of hands tonight.
Pull it. On one hand, then with Cole, it was like 6 deuce. All your bullshit, I even tried. I could hit nothing.
earnings. Brad had a big night, 1900. Lane had the worst night, and Caleb had a pretty bad night towards the end, too. D-Mac had a good night. Chrissy and Odell all in the green. Driving home with a little gas money there. Does the think one come up tonight? It doesn't, does it? The think one? How long they thought? Yeah. It's like 20 minutes of my life that I'll never get back from Brad thinking. Well, there's Paul sitting there by himself counting out all that money he made tonight. Making sure his pot's right. Want to thank our sponsors for this evening. David Perkins, Tree Service, 817.com. 817-500-7107. Give David a call for all your tree needs. If you had any blow over in the storm, we're supposed to be in for a weekend of storms this weekend too. Or if you want to get some new sod, give David a call. I put in the Bermuda 419 last year and absolutely love it. So give David a call at 817-500-7107. Tree Service 817.com. David Perkins. Faux 20.
Oh, never mind. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
while the stream's still going. You're going to be here tomorrow for the Congress, right? Yeah. All right, I'll tell you then. Okay.
Also want to thank Martin Infante, Three Kings Heating and Cooling, 817-884-7431. Commercial refrigeration. Give Martin a call. It's starting to get close to those summer 100 and something degree weather. Make sure that air conditioning's ready to go. If you just need a tune-up or you've got something major, give Martine a call, commercial and residential, 817-884-7431. Martine Infante, Three Kings Heating and Cooling. Well, shout out to our friend Ryan Wells, who had a birthday this year, but also his daughter Kelly Ryan Wells turned 18 a few weeks ago. Happy birthday to Kelly. If you want to run an ad like this saying congratulations to somebody graduating or anything else, give us a call out here. Ask for Patty Mac. Happy birthday to Kelly Ryan Wells. And our newest sponsor, Memory Moments Event Design and Decor, Andy Bishop Cox, event designer. Give her a call at 817-405-4698. Let her help you plan that special event or party coming up. Memory Moments Event Design and Decor, Andy Bishop Cox, 817-405-4698. Well, this is what everybody's playing for right now, the road to Vegas. $10,000 main event seat for all cash players. There's going to be a tournament on June the 7th. All you got to do is come out and play cash. You earn chips for every hour that you play. And then you're going to have a tournament on June 7th. The winner of that tournament is going to get a $10,000 buy-in to the World Series of Poker in Vegas, plus $1,000 spending cash. If you're more of a tournament player, come out and play tournaments. For every tournament you place in, you get points, and we're going to play it out on June 14th for an $11,000 seat. Every day, right here, lunchtime, $500 free roll, 12 o'clock every day, guaranteed $500. $0 will get you in, $35 for 35, $25 rebuys all the way to the break, and at the break you can add on for $25 or $50. 12 p.m. Monday through Sunday. I used to say, come out and enjoy lunch with us. And my friend Lorenzo would say, come out when you wake up. But now he's an early riser, so he says, come out and enjoy lunch with us. Tuesday nights, $1,000 guaranteed Deuces Wild free roll. Tuesdays at 6:30. $0 gets you in. 35 for 35, $25 rebuys. Add-ons at the break, as usual, 50 for 50. $75 gets you 100 though in the nighttime tournaments. Come out and give that one a shot. Deuces Wild, Tuesday nights, 8:30 p.m. And the one that was going on tonight and happened Sunday and Fridays at 7 p.m., Wednesdays at 6:30. $1,500 guaranteed free roll tournament with a bomb pot. Every blind change. Same thing as always. 0 gets you in. 35 for 35. $25 rebuys and add-ons at the break. And our last tournament tomorrow night, 6:30. Saturday at 7 is the $1,500 guaranteed free roll tournament. Same as the other tournaments. 0 gets you in. 35 for 35. $25 rebuys and add-ons at the break. If you like true Texas Hold'em, that's the tournament for you. Well, we want to thank everybody for following us on the live streams tonight, Facebook and Twitch. We hope you will follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Poker Atlas. For everybody here at Poker House, Patty Mack saying good night from Brad's Wednesday Wild Stream. Join us tomorrow for Sean's Big O tournament. Good night, everybody.